Hi guys, well I just got done watching the final episode of The Mandalorian of season 3, and I'll give my opinions on it now. I'll try and be a little bit positive to begin with. Good action, good fighting scenes, uh, fairly well directed, and look great. I think on screen, if you enjoy your action and you enjoy good guys beating bad guys, I think you'll love the episode. If that's what you want to see and you're not too bothered about anything being deep and meaningful and expanding on the story, and I'm not putting you down for that. I'm just saying, if that's what you like, because we often get told that, oh, just sit back and enjoy it, and don't think too much about it, just enjoy it. It's Star Wars. I just love Star Wars. I just want to see Star Wars on screen. It doesn't matter about the story overall. Honestly, we do get told that, some of us who whine and complain about stuff now and then. And if you like Star Wars for that, then okay, fair enough. But I'm just going to give you my opinion now, because I want a little bit more than that. I want a little bit of an expansion on the mythology, especially when I'm on to the third season. So when it comes to Din Djarin, I don't really feel he's grown as a character. He's really basically back to square one where he was in season 1. He's looking after Grogu. He's a bounty hunter. That's really the conclusion of his storyline in this show. And I'll give reasons to maybe why they've done that. There might be a reason why they've done that. The actual season itself was so disjointed. It was all over the place. We had episodes, I felt, in the season that didn't really add anything to the storyline of the Mandalorian clans and Bo-Katan becoming the leader, and Mandalore coming together and uniting as one. I'll give you for instance, the episode I complained about before, the Dr. Pershing episode. People were saying, well, that's world building. And it didn't really go anywhere, did it? Because what did we get out of that? We found out that the girl that was helping Dr. Pershing was not who she seemed to be. She betrayed him. She did something to his brain, wiped it. We didn't really see what happened to him afterwards. And then she informed Moff Gideon of what was happening. And then she disappeared from the show. That's it. That was her character done. So it really didn't have anything to do with the storyline that much. It wasn't really what I call great world building at all. There was also the episode that she was in called Spies, and like, spies, so there's more than one. Who could be the spy? Lots of people were speculating who the spy might be. That would have been interesting to see. Like, there might have been a bit of betrayal there within this storyline. And when this episode was coming out, could it be the Armourer? Could it be Axe Woves? Who could it be? Turned out that it was called, I don't know why it was called Spies. There was one spy in it. There was no other spies. So that was disappointing, because as I said, the story is just basically bad guys versus good guys. Goodies beat bad guys, and that was the end of it. So we've now got Din Djarin living happily on the planet that Grief Karga runs, Navarro, I think it is, and he's looking after Grogu, and Grogu is going to be he's his apprentice for being a Mandalorian. He can't become one because he can't speak. I don't buy Grogu ever becoming a Mandalorian. One, they're never going to put a mask on that cute little face of Grogu. Too many people love his cute little face. They're not going to be happy if they stick a mask on it that he can't take off. So I can't ever see that happening. So we saw that he's sort of sitting back and relaxing, and he's with Grogu, and he's going to carry on doing some bounty hunting for the New Republic. And it seemed like a happy ever after ending. And if the rumors are true that Pedro Pascal is unhappy playing the Mandalorian, that might be it for his storyline. They might say, well, he had Grogu and he looked after him for a certain time, and they might come back and make a new season of Grogu many decades later, of where he is now, a Force using. He might be the same height as Yoda by then, and he's in Mandalorian armor and he's using the Force as well. So who knows? But yeah, that could be it for the Mandalorian, because they have neatly tied everything up with this story, and there's no foreboding for a season 4. They could do a season 4. I'm not sure where it's going to go though. If they want to do a story about Mandalorians and what happens with them next, do that, and concentrate on those characters, and Bo-Katan, obviously the leader. Concentrate on them, and don't try and mix things together like that. I think they've tried to do with this season. As I said, it's very disjointed. They kind of try to put some New Republic in there, and Din Djarin story and Bo-Katan story, and you're getting episodes that are 30 odd minutes long, and it just feels rushed and all over the place. And then they, for some reason, they want to just completely take you out of that storyline and have you watch this story about Din Djarin and Bo-Katan investigating someone messing around with droids, which I don't get it. When you've got such short running times on each episode, why would you do that? As I say, I'm a big Star Wars fan. I don't like moaning about Star Wars. I like to enjoy this, Star Wars shows, but I have been very disappointed with a lot of stuff that Disney has brought out. I've liked stuff. I'm a fan of Rebels. I thought Rebels was great, and I'm looking forward to the Ahsoka show because of that. And I really enjoyed Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2, and they did a great job of finishing off the Clone Wars. So and Tales of the Jedi is great as well, if you haven't seen that. I thought they did a really great job on Dooku's backstory. So it's not all doom and gloom for me where Star Wars is concerned, but there has been some major disappointments, especially with Obi-Wan Kenobi show and the Book of Boba Fett. So fingers crossed for Ahsoka. I saw the Ahsoka panel. I went to Celebration. I was at the Ahsoka panel. I got to see what was happening with that show. It looked pretty good, and they're bringing in Thrawn and everything. So fingers crossed that is not as disjointed. It's like they're going to stick with the story, and we're going to see a pretty good show. Fingers crossed. Well, I'll catch you later.